Hi guys, so for tonight's video I'm going to get interrogated again, so let's hit it and see what questions we have.
First question. What would you change about yourself if you could?
My age. I would love to be a lot younger than I am. I'm 48 right now. I'd love to go back in time and be, a 20-year-old again and have a lot more years with all the knowledge I have now.
What motivates you to work hard?
I would say learning new things. Learning new things motivates me to work hard. That's not more important than money. Money comes extra in addition to what you learn, but learning new things and understanding new things is the most important thing to motivate me. Yeah.
What form of public transportation do you prefer? Air, boat, train, bus, car?
Yeah. Always by air.
What's the most spontaneous thing you've done lately?
Spontaneous thing that I've done lately. Ah. I really don't know. No, I don't really know the answer to that one.
If you could hire someone to help you, would it be for cleaning, cooking, or yard work?
Cleaning, definitely.
Would you rather take a vacation in Mexico or Alaska, and why?
Alaska. I don't like the hot weather at all. And Mexico. I don't know. I've been in Mexico a few times. I don't particularly like it that much. I don't really like the hot weather that much. And Mexico is usually a lot hotter than Florida. So but Alaska would be a nice change, nice and cold.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
I think I'll live in I'll probably live in Kentucky or Tennessee, somewhere around there, because you get the hot weather, but you also get the seasons as well. So you get the hot weather and cold weather, and there's mountains, and there's nice rolling hills, and there's countryside. It's not as overpopulated as Florida, and not as hot as Florida, and you get the seasons as well. So,
Who is your hero?
I would say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What is your family member's proudest accomplishment?
Family members' proudest accomplishment. I would say my dad starting his own business, because he started his own business. I don't think my dad graduated high school, or he barely graduated high school, and he started a business. He became very successful. So it's a proud accomplishment. It proves that we don't need all these degrees and all these certifications and all this other garbage to actually be successful. We can be successful just using our hands and actually doing something we know. And he's still one of the smartest people I know, I think.
What are your hobbies?
Oh, hobbies. I think sometimes when you do a degree, you lose a lot of your hobbies. So other than once in a while messing around with the radio stuff and electronics, that's about it really. A lot of my hobbies just disappeared when I started, doing the degree right now, and I don't have time to bring them back right now. So going to the gym, I guess, is a hobby as well. Gym and fitness is a hobby as well, I guess. So could count that in there.
What is your biggest fear?
Good question. Biggest fear. I would say dying before I'm ready, because we all know that we're all gonna die. That's a given. But before I've achieved enough to keep my family secure, I want to be able to when I pass over, I want to be able to say, okay, I'm happy that my family has everything they need right now, and they can continue on without me. Right now, I'm not at that point, and I want to be able to get to that point, so I can die happy, basically, because we're all gonna die. So I'm not scared of dying, but I'm scared of dying and leaving them in a bad situation.
If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be?
I'll spend the day with my wife. And just spend the day with my wife on the beach and with some food and just have a good time. Yeah.
What is the best gift you have been given?
I guess if you go back, a long time, it was Christmas 1986 or 1984, somewhere around then, when my parents bought the first computer, and that was kind of what started me on my track to, being into computers and everything else. And I've had lots of other gifts since then, but that's the one gift that changed my life. Because if I didn't have that gift, I'd probably be working in some factory somewhere, sweeping stuff up or whatever. I wouldn't have discovered my natural abilities if it wasn't for that gift. So, I think it was the computers the computer my parents bought in, I think it's 84, 86. I think it's about 84, I think.
What really makes you angry?
Seeing people not using their full potential. I mean, everyone has a lot of potential in this world, and when people just want to just do whatever and don't push themselves forward, that makes me angry, because I know these people can do better. I know a lot of these people can do better, and it makes me upset that they can't. They're not pushing themselves forward. Everyone needs to push themselves forward in some way and try and make themselves better every day, no matter what you're doing. Just put in 5 minutes and read a book or whatever. Just try and do something to better yourself and dig yourself out of that hole.
Have you ever had a nickname?
Yeah, it was Chuch.
What?
Chuch.
How do you spell that?
Touch, because I was very into trains when I was a
Touch?
kid. Chuch. Tuch. So I was very into trains when I was a kid. I was into choo-choo trains. So choo-choo trains, yeah, choo-choo.
What would you do if you won the lottery?
First not tell anybody other than my wife, because we've seen stories. If you want to look at the story, there was a guy in Lake Wales called William Shakespeare, and he won like $1 million scratch-off ticket, and all these basically cockroaches came out of the woodwork, and before long he blew all his money and someone had murdered him. So the first thing is don't tell anybody other than your immediate family what's happened, and then look after your immediate family as well. It wouldn't change my life. I think I would still work, because if I quit my job I'll get bored. But I'd probably just invest the money, so I'd never have to worry about paying bills again. Just basically, if I ever needed money, just take it out in savings and make sure my family members and the people I care about were looked after. But I probably wouldn't tell, other than my wife, I probably wouldn't say where the money came from, because it's not worth. People talk, and it's not worth. Sooner or later, if everyone knows you won the lottery, everyone's going to be knocking on your door asking for a few thousand. It's not going to be much fun, so I wouldn't tell how I got the money, but I would just make sure people were looked after. And I probably wouldn't look after myself that well. I wouldn't go out and buy flashy cars or anything like that. Just keep on going like I'm going, you know.
Would you rather ride a bike or ride a horse?
Ride a bike. You can control a bike. A horse has its own brain, shall we say, and it might not do what you tell it to do. A bike's usually going to tell you what you tell it to do most of the time, I think.
In the evening, would you rather play a game, visit a relative, visit a friend, or watch a movie?
It depends on I think all of those are good things to do. Yeah, either be a movie or a game, I think. Close between the two, depending on what mood I'm in, you know. Because sometimes it's not always good to watch a movie all the time. Sometimes there's a bunch of garbage on Netflix. And, you know, sometimes you're just not into playing a game. So game or movie, one or two, I think.
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably spaghetti, I think. Spaghetti bolognese.
What is your favorite family vacation?
Well, vacation or time of the year? Let's just say
Family vacation.
family vacation. Yeah, we went to our parents to St. Lucia years ago. We had this all-inclusive vacation at this hotel. It was a health spa. It had everything basically. You could do scuba diving, you could do sailing, you could go out on a cruise ship. There's all kinds of things you could do at this resort. So that was an amazing vacation. I don't remember much of it. It was a very long time ago, but it was an amazing vacation.
Which would you rather do? Wash the dishes, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house?
Vacuum the house, I think. That has a bigger impact than the other two.
What is your favorite animal?
Dog.
What makes you laugh the most?
Funny things that don't involve other people getting hurt, because there's lots of things that happen that involve, you know, other people getting injured or hurt or having their feelings hurt and stuff like that. That's not funny. Just funny things or funny things people say or funny things people do that don't actually hurt anybody else. Because if it hurts, if it insults someone else, it's not really that funny. You know?
If you could go back in time to change one thing, what would it be?
I'll go back to 2019 and not respond to a certain message you got. Let's put it that way. My whole life would have changed.
If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, who would they be?
Oh. My wife. Me, my wife.
Not including
I'm
yourself.
not including me myself. My wife, her mom, and that's difficult because there's only 2 left. And my parents, I guess. So I would like to invite my wife's dad, but then there's just not. If there's 5, then I can invite my wife's dad as well. So, but my wife has to be there as well. So
How many pillows do you sleep with?
2, I think.
Are you sure?
2,
You
3,
always
I don't
grab
know.
my pillows.
Well, I always grab you as well because you're sexy and beautiful.
Can't be talking like that, Peter.
Oh, yeah.
What was the last movie you went to? What was the last movie you went to?
Indiana Jones, and I fell asleep in the middle of Indiana Jones, and I had a dream of that sub that sank going to the Titanic, and I woke up. I woke up. I was back in Indiana Jones movie. It wasn't as good as the other 10 Indiana Jones movies or whatever. I don't know. I fell asleep. It wasn't as good as the other one, but Harrison Ford is getting pretty old right now. I don't know how old he is, so they probably couldn't do much action with him.
If money was no object, what would you want to do all day?
I would just get my wife and travel around the country all day and just go to different cities and I don't know, breakfast in one city, lunch in another city, just travel around the country, see a few sights.
Haven't we done that, Ray?
What?
Haven't we done that, Ray? We had breakfast in where we live in, and then we went for lunch somewhere else, and then we had dinner somewhere else.
Grab a private plane and fly around the country with my wife and do a few things, come back.
If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
I traveled to like 97 when I got my first job, I think, and I would change it a lot at that point, so.
With all the people you've met, who would you consider your best choice of friends?
My wife.
I shouldn't, if I'm not included.
If you're not included, I don't really have that many friends.
All the people you've met.
There was this one guy who worked with back in the day, and
Sweetheart, if they're not involved in your life, you can't consider them
not
your
involved in my
friends.
life anymore.
So it has to be someone that you would consider your friend.
Yeah. Other than my wife, nobody really, I think. And I can't consider my friend to my wife. So.
You don't have anyone?
I don't think I have anyone really. I have people I work with, but I don't think I would.
Sweetheart, you can't think of two people.
Oh, Lalabs and Eric. Okay. Yeah.
What's the emoji you use all the time?
The kisses when I'm sending a message to you when I get to work.
No. There's something else you use.
The hand face thing when something crazy happens at work, which is every 5 minutes.
The last question. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Seeing, yeah, the first time was not seeing. The first time was when the piano was like playing so. Second time was, I worked late at college, and on Thursday I would have a night shift and I have to go in there and change these big backup tapes we have with the servers. What are you doing?
The last question. I'm proving it to them. It's the last question.
Okay. I changed the backup tapes on the servers, and there was this story about a ghost in the building, and I never took it seriously. I was like, you guys are crazy, man. Because I was a 20-year-old kid. I'm not going to believe there's a ghost in the building. So I'm sitting there at the computer, pushing the buttons, and this black shadow passes behind me, and the whole wall goes black. I'm like, oh, holy, you know what? I'm out of here. So I started doing the backwards remotely, and then the other time, the personal experience I had was 3 days after my grandma passed away, and she was very close to me. She used to take me to school every day and bring me back, basically. I was sitting watching TV with the kids, and the bathroom light turned on and off, just on off, on off, on off. So, like a wiring problem, I didn't think about it much. And then my grandma walks out in front of me, and I looked at her. She looks at me and I said to her, "I love you, but there's no need for you to be here. Please go to where you're supposed to be." And she after that she disappeared. And the strange thing was, I knew I was seeing her, but I wasn't seeing her with my eyes. I was seeing her through some other method, and I can't really, to this day, I can't explain it. And the kids that were with me didn't see her at all. It was only me that saw her, and she was as clear as day to me. And I've seen them since then. I've driven at night a lot, and sometimes when you drive at night in certain areas, you see him standing at the side of the road. I feel sorry for those ones. I think it's people who've had bad car accidents and stuff, and they just don't know what happened to them. They stand at the side of the road and they just wait. I've seen those. I don't like seeing those, but I know what's happened, and I try not to look for those anymore. But they're out there. But yeah, I've seen plenty of ghosts, unfortunately. But, and there you go. That's life. That's death, even.
Do your ending.
So that's it. Click down there, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon.